Hello guys, in this video we will actually learn how to secure your node-based image with 100% zero vulnerabilities, and I will show you how you can do this in this video. But before ensuring that our node-based image actually has zero vulnerabilities, we need to ensure two things: that our applications that we are going to Dockerize should also have zero vulnerabilities. So if I say about this application that you are seeing on the screen, it is a GraphQL application made by Nest.js, powered by TypeORM and GraphQL. And Nest.js is using the Fastify adapter. Actually, it is not using Express, it is using Fastify, and Fastify is a lot faster than Express, so it is using Fastify for running the application. And you can test this GraphQL application here. So this was all about the application I was doing or testing. So for making a good application, before ensuring that your Docker base image or the node base image is 100% secure, the thing you need to actually ensure first is that your application is also 100% secure with 0% vulnerabilities, because your application will add more layers to the Node.js base image. And if those layers are vulnerable, then there is no point if your node base image is secure, because you will add some vulnerable layers on top of that secure base node image or node base image. So that's why it is very important to know that your application is also secure. So it is, we actually those who use Nest.js know that the boiler template provided by the Nest.js community is not actually so good, and it also contains some vulnerability. It is not vulnerability free, and it is very difficult actually to make the Nest.js project vulnerability free. So actually I have made this whole project template and choose each of the project dependencies one by my own, so that I can get a zero dependencies or zero vulnerabilities inside my project. And you can see that, for example, I have used the better SQLite 3, but lots of people use SQLite 3. But SQLite 3, at first I used to use it, but I have seen that it contains a lot of vulnerabilities. So the other, I have searched in the npm registry and found the better SQLite 3, which has zero vulnerabilities. So I just choose the alternative which has lesser vulnerabilities or zero vulnerabilities. So I am quite lucky that I have choose all the packages with zero vulnerabilities. So I am 100% sure that if my node base image is secured, then my application will be 100% secured, because I am not going to add any vulnerable layer on the top of that secured node base image. So now let's see if my project is really secured or have zero vulnerabilities. So if I do npm audit, I can see my project has zero vulnerabilities. That means that I am 100% good to go for Dockerizing my application. Now, before Dockerizing my application, I need to choose such a node base image which is lighter, because if my node base image is lighter, I can actually deploy more Docker containers in a single server or a single EC2 instance, if you know cloud little bit. So that's why I will actually choose a lighter weight, and on the other hand, I need to choose a secure image. But it is a matter of sorrow that in the whole internet, even in the Docker Hub, I didn't find a single node image which is 100% secured. So at first, let me check my node version. So I can see that my application is running absolutely fine in this version, and my version is node 18.16.0. So if I go to this, so I can see that node 18.16.0 has lots of choice actually. If I go to back, uh, okay, so I can see that lots of option I can use for 18.16.0, and these are the option. But here is a lots of vulnerabilities. Okay, one high, one medium. It has 28 lows and lots of thing. So we have no choice other fixing this. Okay, so these are vulnerability and we have to fix this, and we have no choice. And fixing a base image vulnerability is one of the toughest. So we will target one of those which has the less, or the which have the least vulnerability. So we can see that this one or this one or this one, yes, this top three one has the least vulnerability. But this has the latest Alpine version, Alpine operating system, so I will choose this one. So in this way, you have seen that how I have chosen the perfect base image for my node. Now comes securing it. So how will I secure? So we have a Docker Scout which will help us to identify the vulnerability, but it is our duty to fix it. So we can see that if on the layer 3 we have a Sambar package which is of 7.3.8 version, and it is actually giving us that one medium or vulnerability or something like that, and it falls under the vulnerability of this tag, which is 5.3 million, I think, million something reviews. And it is saying, what it is saying is that we need to update it to 7.5, 7.5.2. But the hardest thing is that we do not own this Docker file, right? This Docker file is owned by the node community. Okay, so it is not our personal Docker file that we will go and, okay, Docker has a vulnerability, or scan the vulnerabilities and go and fix it. No, it's not like that. We don't own this image. That's why it is very much challenging to change this beige image. So that's why I've actually studied the main Docker image actually, or Docker file. Sorry, Docker file. So this Docker file is for Alpine 3.18, which I'm actually seeing here. So I have gone through the whole file and I will just tell you the crypts of this file. So you can see that in this part, uh, it is actually setting the Node.js on the top of Alpine operating system. And after that, it is installing or setuping Yarn. But here in this Docker file, we will find nothing related to Sambar. See, it has zero matches. That means Sambar is not inside the Docker file even. So how will I actually copy this Docker file and correct it, right? So that it becomes more challenging and more challenging. So if I actually further see the command, so running this command is actually producing this issue. So if I put this command inside ChatGPT, it has explained me a lot of things. But after that, but it actually didn't help. Actually, ChatGPT actually didn't help a lot after, even after putting this script inside that. So I have gone to the package here because this script has installed 226 packages, and one of these packages among that is Sambar. Okay, I have misspelled it. Yes, Sambar. So it is version 3.8. And I can see that it has installed the Sambar package inside the location of this, right? Interesting. So what this location actually say us? It is saying that this is the global path. We all know that this is the global path. Why, if we install a global package inside Node.js, it will come and store in this path. Then what is this extension? What is this part? This part actually means that the npm command library or the npm package manager, okay, we are using to install Node.js packages. So it is also globally installed inside as a dependencies of Node.js global dependencies. So if I run a container with this image, okay, so if I go to my containers, I have no container running, but I will use this image, okay, to run a container and go inside this base image. So if I go, okay, so I am running and I am now inside this Docker container. And if I actually do npm root -g, it will tell us that if we install a dependency globally, why it will be installed. It is saying that user local lib node modules. That means if you want to install, fix this vulnerability, we are 100% sure that this part is where our global npm packages are installed, and this npm package is our package manager, and this package manager also have some dependencies. Okay, and these dependencies are inside this node modules, and these node modules have all the all the dependency packages which are installed by this npm or recorded by the npm. So inside this node module folder, we will find the dependency folder Sambar, and inside that Sambar, we will also find a package.json, because that Sambar is also a module, and each module or each Node.js package requires a package.json. So it is a very critical hint for us to identify and fix this image. Okay, I hope I could make you understand that what I'm trying to say here, But if you don't understand it, please, I hope if you rewatch this part of this video, you will understand it gradually. So now if I actually go to this directory and give ls, then we can see two package npm. What is this npm package? This npm package is the global package manager, and it is containing a dependency called sambar, and that sambar is on its version of 7.3.8. I hope 7.3.8. Let me check. 7.3.8, and our vulnerability scanner is telling us that we need to fix it to 7.5.2. And if that means that our npm package or the npm manager is not at the latest version, yes, our npm package is not at the latest version. If you do npm minus v, it is 9.5.1. But if I check the latest npm version from my host machine, npm minus v, it is 9.6. Okay, let's install the latest version. Maybe I'm also not using the latest version. Npm at the latest. Okay, I think I need to use the install command. Let's wait for some time. Okay, now if I do npm version, okay, same version. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry. It's 9.7.2. But inside our Docker, we are using 9.5.1. One is 5.1 and one is 7.2. Huge difference, right? So that means if we upgrade this package, then all the dependencies inside this package will also be upgraded. And maybe there is a chance that the dev dependencies or the dependencies of Sambar, which is a dependency of our npm package, will also be upgraded to the version 7.5.2. There is a possibility, na? So how we can try it. So what we will do is run the same command, npm install minus g at the rate or before running this command, the thing I want to show you is that if we go to cd npm slash node modules slash sambar, okay, slash package.json, so we will actually see this file. So we will run the cat command, and if you scroll upward, we can see that it is now having the version 7.3.8, right? This npm has a dependency sambar, which is having a package.json file for its own dependency, sambar's own dependency, and it is now a version at 7.3.8. So maybe if I upgrade this npm package, this sambar dependency will also be upgraded, and maybe we will get 7 point something or a better version here, and maybe for that our vulnerability will be fixed. So what we will do now is go to our bash shell and say npm install minus g, and after that I will say npm at the rate latest and wait for some time. It's very slow actually. Okay, it has actually completed its task. Now I will go to the same folder. You can see that I will check the same package.json file, and we'll check if this Sambar version has been upgraded. Let's go and scroll up to check the version. Uh, okay, the version is still 7.3.8. Maybe let's run this command again, and let's check npm minus v. Okay, it has upgraded to the latest version, so I think it should actually Should actually give me the test ACMVER sambar slash. Maybe it has cached the command or something like that. I don't know. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. So sambar and package.json. Okay, let's recheck it. Come on, come on. The version, man. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. Oh, yes. So you can see that I have run this command. Okay, and we have got the 7.5.2. And this 7.5.2 is being demanded fixed version 7.5.2. That means upgrading the npm package has actually install the Samba version 7.5.2 automatically for us. Now, now the thing is that we need to commit or say Docker that please make a new Docker image with the changes that we have made inside the Docker container. So if I show you my containers tab, I'm actually running this wonderful strange name container and which is running this base image. But this I have actually modified this image. I have actually change the configuration inside the Docker container, right? Now I will say that forget whatever you were, what you were in the past, and now what we will need to do is just come inside the terminal and I need to say that please your task is now to combine yourself or commit yourself to the latest version to keep these changes inside you inside the Docker image and form a new image which will actually preserve these changes that I have made. Okay, so now what will I do is commit it. So I have actually run a commit command before showing all these stuffs. uh, Maybe here actually. uh, yes, this command, right? So I have copied the ID of the. I will not run this because I actually have a commit or actually have a commit of this. So what we will do is just copy the ID. After copying the ID, you will paste it, and this is my actually my Docker Hub name, but you will put it inside your name and press enter. And after pressing it, you will actually generate a commit a new image which will have no vulnerabilities. So if I press enter, this will be committed, and after committing, if I show you, then this will be my image. Okay, this will be the committed image, latest image that we have actually fixed. So if I go here and check for the vulnerabilities, ta-da, we have no vulnerabilities left, and we can use this as our base image and dockerize our Nest.js application, and we will be 100% sure that as our Nest.js application do not have any vulnerabilities as we have actually seen earlier. Okay, so let me show you again, once again, the npm audit system audit. So this is the npm audit. Come. So it has zero vulnerabilities, and our fixed image of version 18.16 also have zero vulnerabilities. We can see that all the checks are passed. So this was the main target of the video, to how to fix this. I have something recommendation for base image now, and it is telling us to use 18 Alpine. I don't know what is the recommendation now. I don't know, but it is telling me that it doesn't have any. Actually, it doesn't have any vulnerabilities in it. Even if we go to the third number layer that we were actually getting error, now we are not getting error, right? So yes, so this was the motive of the video. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. So that's all for today, and see you in another video. Thank you.